The Bad Batch show has opened up a lot of questions, especially revolving around the status of the clone troopers and the Jango Fett template specifically. In the last episode of The Bad Batch, they discussed how the Jango Fett template had been stretched very thin, and that the Kaminoans were concerned that the Jango Fett template would no longer be sufficient for the Empire, and therefore are forced to make more drastic measures, introducing a brand new clone template, meaning obviously that the clones will no longer resemble Jango Fett, and will be an entirely new breed of clone. But this raises a very important question. Why was the Jango Fett template not replaced before this event, and before the Empire proposed to the Kaminoans that they replace the clones with natural conscripted servitude? Why has the Jango Fett clone persisted for so long if there were problems with it? Today we have the answer from both canon as well as Legends continuity. Interestingly enough, this question was actually addressed in an earlier season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Season 3 in particular, where Shaak Ti is sent to examine Domino Squad on Kamino. A squad that she's concerned is not meeting up to the certain criteria and threshold that the other Jango Fett clones have reached. Therefore, she's sent there to examine the clones and, in a larger scale, the clone template of Jango Fett, as the Jedi at this time are actually fearing that the Jango Fett template may not cut it for what they need to win the Clone Wars. Shaak Ti pointing to the unorthodox methods of Domino Squad, believing that the template could in fact be inferior and stretched far too thin. In the episode, the Kaminoan cloner Lama Su did actually suggest to Shaak Ti that they begin looking for other individuals to clone, and a brand new host for the template. However, Domino Squad joining together and forming a brotherhood really impressed Jedi Master Shaak Ti, who later presumably reported to the Jedi Council that the Jango Fett template was in fact still intact, and was producing viable soldiers for the Grand Army of the Republic, seeing no need to begin a search for a brand new template. However, in the Bad Batch, it is revealed that the Jango Fett template is nearly completely gone, and therefore the Kaminoan cloners are going to look for a brand new host. At the end of the episode, it is presumed that they will be using the template of potentially one of the members of the Bad Batch, or enhanced clones, although we'll have to see how the later episodes of the season play out before we know for sure. It's clear that the Jedi held a greater tolerance for imperfections than the Empire has, which is why Shaak Ti allowed Domino Squad to pass and gave them several opportunities to pass. Little did Domino Squad know though, they were fighting for the entire Jango Fett template. The Empire though is less than satisfactory about the Jango template, wanting to replace it entirely. What's clear though is that if the Clone Wars had continued on past the 3 years which had already been in action, that the Republic would have been forced to search for alternate hosts for cloning. In Legends continuity, the Empire did actually choose several different hosts once the Empire rose. It appears in canon the clone troopers are being phased out far more quickly than they were in Legends, but it seems as if both versions of the universe, the Kaminoans are facing the same problem, with the clone template of Jango Fett ultimately degrading. In canon, thanks to Project Warmantle, it's made very clear that it's Tarkin's goal not to clone other individuals, but to have naturally born individuals enlist within the ranks of the Empire. While in Legends, this only came following the clone uprising, and in Legends, more clone templates were introduced by the Kaminoans and other cloning facilities not related to the Kaminoans before the clone troopers were completely phased out. Anyway though, I hope this answers the question why the Jango Fett template has lasted for so long, and why this was actually addressed in a much earlier season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars and is just now coming back up. Anyway, which direction do you think the Bad Batch will go? Are we headed towards an army of stormtroopers comprised entirely of naturally born individuals, or will we see another template introduced into the mix besides the Jango Fett clones, but still of course remain clones? As always my friends, thank you guys so much for watching the channel. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.